Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. 18 days left in the hurricane season. Really starting to look like this hurricane season is going to use every single one of those days. Question becomes, do we go beyond that November 30th date? Because the way this season has been going, it just doesn't want to end. And here are the names that we've used so far. A few more names left on the list here. And there are more and more signs that we're quite likely going to at least use one more name, Sara, as we go through the next week or so. Looking down in the Caribbean, disorganized area of showers and thunderstorms. This is actually part of a tropical wave, but there are growing signs among many computer models that this is going to be working its way a little bit further towards the west. And we saw this last week with Raphael. Conditions are still favorable across the Caribbean. We've got the warm water. We still have relatively low wind shear. So the conditions are right that we could see yet another tropical system starting to develop across the Caribbean as we head through this week. Here's a look at the wind shear. To the north of that, we have those stronger winds in the atmosphere, but across the Caribbean, still plenty of light winds in the atmosphere. So conditions are conducive that we're going to see some development of this as we go through the next several days. So here's the Fox model. You can see this disorganized area sitting over towards Hispaniola to the east rather of Cuba, and watch as we go through the next few days. Here we are by Thursday, and you're already starting to see more and more organization with this. Then watch from Thursday as we continue on into Friday, and this is definitely starting to come together. By this point, do we have a tropical depression? Do we have Tropical Storm Sara? Well, that remains to be seen, but the Fox model pretty confident that something is going to develop with this over the next several days. And here we are by Sunday, and the trend among many of the models is something will develop down here, and then it's just going to meander, and it's going to sit over portions of the Caribbean. What happens after that becomes the big question. We look at the European, the GFS, and our own exclusive Fox model as we go through the next several days. And you see, at first, it's slow, but you're starting to see signs of something developing. All the models in really pretty good agreement sitting across the Western Caribbean as we head into this weekend. We have a developing either tropical depression or tropical storm, and it's not out of the question by the time we get it through the weekend that we have got a hurricane down across the Caribbean. At least some of the models are indicating that. So we'll watch this very closely. We'll track this and see how this all evolves and how it may move into the Gulf of Mexico in the latter part of the forecast. Some of the long-range computer models hinting at that, still way off there to really get too specific about anything like that, because we could go through all this and then find out nothing at all happened. We've seen that a number of times, but we'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.